and welcome to another artist interview. My name is Lacrima, and if you don't want to miss new videos, please subscribe my channel. Now I wish you much fun with Aquabun.
So I hope that you all enjoyed listening to some facts about me and my artwork and my creative processes. And if you are an artist yourself, hopefully maybe this helped you with the advice and just seeing what other artists are doing. You can follow me on Instagram at aquabunart.com. I also have a website, www.aquabun.com, that also has my social media links there and my store as well. So thank you so much for having me.
What's behind your artist name?
How I made up my artist name is when I first started getting into watercolor painting, I had a pet rabbit at the time, and I was really into bunnies. I still am really into bunnies. They're one of my favorite animals. And I also love mermaids. I love swimming. I love scuba diving and sea creatures. So Aquabun is basically a combination. It is aqua from the water used in the watercolor painting, as well as my love of mermaids and the ocean and sea creatures, mixed with bun, which is bunnies. And when I first started doing watercolor, and what I still do and what I kind of known for are my mermaid bunny hybrid paintings. So that's where the name Aquabun came from.
How would you describe your art and style?
I would describe my art style as very cute, colorful, and whimsical. Probably my favorite word. If I could pick one word to describe my style, it would be whimsical. I love using a lot of different colors. I like for it to be very flowy, and I use a lot of details with my ink pens and just making it very fun, happy, and I've been compared to children's illustration, so I would describe that as my art like old world children illustrator or old-fashioned children illustrator.
What do you aim to express with your work?
What I aim to express with my work is I really want people to feel the happiness and whimsy that I incorporate into my paintings. I really aim for people to feel happy and good, just good feeling and joyful when they see my art. That makes me very happy, and just to feel a sense of wonder and just my love of fantasy. I really try to express that, making it very just colorful and whimsical and fun and all that good stuff.
How long have you been creating?
So I think I mentioned a bit about how long I've been creating for me in my introduction, but I have been drawing since I was 3 years old. I'm 25 now. I was heavily into doing fan art and drawing anime and using markers, Copic markers, when I was in my preteen and teen years. And then I started getting into watercolor when I was, or about 5 years ago. And that just became my biggest passion and what my main medium is now. And then last year I started working with digital art. I got an iPad and Apple Pencil. So that is a new medium that I am trying out now.
Who or what are your biggest influences?
So there are way too many artists for me to name that are inspirations to me, but I would say my biggest influences are just, I try to look at artists' work pretty much every day on social media, and that really helps inspire me, especially other fantasy artists. And I also get very inspired when I go to conventions and see what artists are doing in person and being able to talk with them. That really inspires me a lot. And then just surrounding myself with various forms of fantasy media, whether it's reading books or watching a movie or things like that. And scuba diving is also a big influence for my art.
Do you have any goals or projects you look forward to?
Currently, my biggest goals and projects that I'm working on right now are my first children's book. Now, I did collaborate on a children's book already where I did the illustrations for an author, but this project is one where I am both writing and illustrating everything. It is all my own idea and all my own writing and paintings, and I'm going to be self-publishing that, so that's a really big project I'm working on. I'm also working on a bigger scale coloring book, so those are two big things that I am currently working towards. I also have some other goals in mind, like I'd like to make a tarot card at some point. I also would like to expand on the type of merchandise I offer my designs on, so those are some things I have going on.
What advice would you like to give to other artists?
So some advice I would give to other artists. So a big way that I learned watercolor in the first place was I just went out and bought the cheapest paints and brushes, and I went to town watching YouTube tutorial and tip videos about watercolor and practicing. That is one of my biggest advice I can give for people who, especially if you're looking into learning a new medium, is just, get the cheap supplies. Don't worry about getting the fancy stuff, and watch lots of different YouTubers, because that's really helped me learn a lot. And then just practicing and doing that a lot, basically. And I still do that. I'm self-taught. Another thing is, if you're trying to make a business out of your art, it's very, very important to be social media savvy, in my opinion. Try to post your work as many different places as you can on the internet for as much exposure as you can. Also, signing up for events in person that you can do. It can be hard to get into them at first, especially if you are just starting out, depending on how large the event is, but absolutely start small. Start with ones would be easy to get into, and just work on your table and your display. Promote yourself on social media when you're going to an event to build hype. So I just find just social media especially is very important as far as building a brand and exposure if you are trying to make a living out of your art. And the other thing is practicing just different subject matter and different techniques, and always being open to learning more. That's definitely really important, in my opinion. So I hope that you all enjoyed listening to some facts about me and my artwork and my creative processes. And if you are an artist yourself, hopefully maybe this helped you with the advice and just seeing what other artists are doing. You can follow me on Instagram at aquabunart.com. I also have a website, www.aquabun.com, that also has my social media links there and my store as well. So thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot to Aquabun for this amazing interview. If you want to see more of her art, check out her YouTube channel, which is linked in the info box, and her other profiles as well, which you can find in the description. Who will be the next artist? Come back next Tuesday and find it out. See you later!